It is Sunday night, and you know what that means. It's the Sunday Night League, it's SNL, it is GTE, season number 7, here live at Laguna Seca. And we are currently following Speckmere going around the final corner. Speckmere is in for the whole of the season. He is the new Schaeffler BMW driver for all the rest of the season. He was here last week and he had a great finish of 8th place. Talking of last week, let's go through the championship standings. If you don't want any spoilers, go back to watch last week's race. It was a humdinger and it was won by Speed Hunter, who leads the championship with 25 points. Victory Reign in the Porsche. He was second in his Team Porsche car. Illusion was third in his Schaeffler BMW. Cool Dubois, the defending champion, was in racing for his team and he scored 80 points in 4th. Matt Psycho was 5th with 16 for his team Eastsiders Nissan. Bunnies was there in 6th place with 14 points for Alfa Romeo BMW. Eloy, his teammate, was in 7th. A great showing from Eloy, who led at stages with 12. Speckmere was in 8th, who scored 10 points for Team Schaeffler. 9th was the returning Salek in the Eastsiders Nissan team. Cthulhu was 10th in the Alfa Romeo BMW team, which shows the quality of this field. He's currently, though, second fastest as we go around. Slender Fella was 11th in his Porsche entry from Gasman. Bailey was 12th with his Eastsiders Nissan. 13th was the Punisher, who has 4 points. Rob on drums was 14th with 3 points, and then Chris Boo had 2 points. The team championship is very tight. At the top is Team Schaeffler BMW with 48 points, and then we have a cluster of teams just covered by 4 is BMW Alfa Romeo with 33 points in 2nd place. Team Porsche with 31 in 3rd. 4th is Team GR Lexus with 30, and 5th place is Team Eastsiders Nissan with 29. So a very tight field. Definitely last week, and more so tonight. Now, we have a big storm here in the UK, so we could have problems. Who knows? Could all go slightly wrong, but I don't know. Let's have a look on the chat. We've got Tiny Terror here saying, hello there, been a while, hope things are going all right. Tiny Temper? Things are going very, very interestingly. That's all I'll say. Anyway, should be in for a good race tonight. It is nearly qualifying time, so I will ask the drivers if they are ready. We will talk about the grid and everything else. I don't know why I've gone onto this screen to do this, because I don't need to be on this screen. No, I don't. So I'll just go back onto here. There is Aloy. He's just popped into the bits. Okay, everybody is saying yes to being ready. So qualifying is 10 minutes. They qualify on whichever race tyre they choose. I'll go through the race tyres when we are ready. So, without further ado, does it allow me to start qualifying from here? No, it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Okay, let's start the qualifying. Oh, Bunnies is saying 2 minutes. I didn't see that. Sorry, Bunnies. I've started the qualifying session, so Bunnies is at a disadvantage. So, there we go. Let's start the qualifying session. Then, tyres for the qualifying session are as follows. Well, Team Porsche have mediums and hards. Alfa Romeo BMW have softs and mediums. So do Eastsiders Nissan, those softs and mediums for their cars. Team GR Lexus, the winner, Speed Hunter, with them medium and hards for this race. And Team Schaeffler BMW have got softs and hards, but they do not have Cinemod. And I don't believe Sarlek is here either. So let's go on board with Aloy to go around this world-famous circuit here at Laguna Seca. Going down towards turn 5, the left-hander, there's a little kink there that doesn't count as a turn, according to the track map. So left-hander, you have to be careful here at Laguna Seca, because there is the gravel on the outside of the circuit. It's an old-school circuit. Through turn 6 we go, up the hill, down the Rahal straight, which is not straight at all, through turn 7, and then downhill. We'll carousel? The corkscrew will descend down the corkscrew. Turns 8 and 8A. Then through turn 9, this long left-hander that always feels like you're turning into it. Turn 10, you can brake later than you feel through this corner. And then finally, turn 11, the left-hander before the pits. But Aloe is going into the pits to get onto his chosen tyre. Chris Boo has gone wide, though, out of the final corner. That is the risk here at Laguna Seca. You see Bunnies in the pit lane coming out onto circuit. Apologies to Bunnies, I missed that message. I couldn't restart already. I'm running a very tight schedule tonight. I cannot have very many delays. Lots of things going on here in the household of SNL. But Matt Psycho there on the soft tyres. So he'll be pushing hard. So will Illusion. He's looking for pole position. He had great pace at the last race at Fuji. He finished up in 3rd place after his teammate Cool Duboy allowed him past. Tactical change of position to help with the championship. Illusion is going for this championship. Matt Psycho. Oh no! Illusion's had a spin! So he's had a spin in front of Matt Psycho. He's then gone back into the pits to try and reset and get himself back into contention. Matt Psycho using all of the exit curb. Going up the hill now. You'll see how sharp the descent into the corkscrew is. There is Matt Psycho really at the top. And there is Chris Boo through it as well as the drivers come through that corkscrew, the world famous corner. Remember, years and years ago, surprisingly long time ago now, the MotoGP, Rossi and Stoner fighting each other on their bikes through there, just fighting side by side. You can't do it in the cars, they're too big, but we're going to have a great race. 56 laps of this circuit. Matt Psycho goes fastest, but Victory Rain goes faster than him by 3/10. Speed Hunter goes down into 5th. Mama Sykes in the chat saying, good evening everyone, good luck guys, evening Jam and go Matt. I believe she's went good luck. Speckmere puts himself up into 2nd place in the Team Shelfer BMW. Matt Psycho there in 3rd. 4th is Cthulhu. Rob on Drums has just crossed the line as well. Bailey's in 5th place. 6th place is Chris Boo. Only a second covering the top 6. I'm sure it's going to close up. We've got Speed Hunter in 7th. 8th is Punisher. 9th is Rob on Drums. 10th place is Bunnies, who hasn't done a lap yet. Neither has Aloe, and Illusion is on his next outlap. Slender Fella coming out of the pits himself. So Victory Rain there on pole position by just 0.2 of a second from Speckmere, making his full-time debut for Schaffler BMW. But we saw him last week finishing 8th with that team. What can he do this weekend in that BMW? 2 teams running BMWs, 1 team running the Nissan. Matt Psycho looking to try and get back at the front. Looks a good lap from what we've seen. Only maybe a little bit wide on the previous corner. Victory Rain coming into the pits. Victory Rain is on medium tyres. That is how quick Victory Rain went. Matt Psycho, though, goes nearly a second quicker. We reckon there is about a second between the 2 types of tyres. As Speed Hunter puts himself up into 2nd place now. Punisher puts himself into 5th place in his Porsche. So the Porsche team having a good run. Cthulhu is there in 6th place. Chris Boo is in 7th. Speckmere makes sure of 3rd with an improvement by 0.4 of a second. Bunnies puts himself into 4th. Less than 300ths between him and Speckmere. Aloe has put himself into 5th. Look how tight this is between this. 2nd is 1/10 ahead of 3rd, who is 300ths ahead of 4th, who is 0.5 ahead of Aloe, who is 600ths ahead of Victory Rain. Victory Rain is a second off pole and he's in 6th place. We then have Punisher in 7th. Mama Sykes in the chat, she's corrected what she said. Let's have a look what she says. Oh, it's not showing me anything. Why is it not showing me? Work. The live chat is not working on my screen. Oh, that's weird. Let's have a look. Let's see if I can see the live chat. There we go. Mama Sykes says, good evening everyone. Hi Jam, go Matt. She's replaced what she was saying. Good evening Mama Sykes. But Matt Psycho has improved his time. We're doing that. Illusion though goes into pole position. Speed Hunter is now second with Matt Psycho in third. He's improved his time but has dropped down. Oh, we see in the background, was that Bunnies? Behind, it was. Bunnies was behind Speckmere. Cthulhu puts himself up into fourth place in his BMW. So the BMWs are all driving hard. Here is Aloe trying to finish his lap. What can he do? Has probably got 2 more laps in them. He does not improve his time. He was a little bit slower. As Victory Rain is in 8th place. What does Slender Fella do? Slender Fella, we've seen in GTE, very fast in qualifying. He was also a good racer in Formula X. He's currently in 13th place, though. He hasn't had a full clean lap, I wouldn't have said right now. Bailey is in 11th in his Nissan. He's following one of the Lexuses. It is Chris Boo in 10th place. Again, Chris Boo, a very good driver, down in 10th place. He's going to improve his time, though. He will move up the grid with this. So will we see Chris Boo going up the field into about 8th place, I would have said right now. Oh no, he's gone off! He's gone off, was Matt Psycho, puts it on pole position. So Chris Boo goes off, Matt Psycho goes onto pole. And Speed Hunter puts himself up into 2nd place with Illusion in the pits, getting some new tyres, some brand new softs for the man from Greece. Cthulhu improves his time but not his position. Puts himself further away from Speckmere, and Speckmere and Bunnies are on fresh tyres. Aloe coming round. His soft tyres are holding up quite nicely here. We saw quite a lot of wear at Fuji. Here, not so much. What does Aloe do? Does not improve. Oh, he does improve his time. He goes up into 5th place now. 1/10 of a second ahead of Speckmere. What can Victory Rain do? Currently down in 8th place on those medium tyres in the Porsche. He moves himself up into 5th. A very good lap time for him on the mediums, but there's more time, I would have said, in that car. Let's go through. Bailey is there in 11th. Chris Boo is 10th. 12th is Rob on drums, just coming to the end of his lap. Slender Fella is catching. He's only 7 thousandths of a second away from Rob on drums. Matt Psycho in the pits. I think that is his session over. Speed Hunter in 2nd place. What can he do? He's coming towards the end of the lap now. He's only got the final corner, turn 11, left. He has to make sure he does not run too wide. No, he does not. He pretty much perfects that, using all the curb and the exit as well. Can he put it on pole on those mediums? No, he does not improve. Illusion is on an out lap. Here is Cthulhu. He's made a mistake at some point in his lap. Here is Aloe coming to the end of his lap through turn 10 now. The right-hander comes Aloe. We've seen him in Formula X get pole position in America. Can he do that again tonight in GTE? He's never had a pole position in GTE. He's never had a podium in GTE either. What does he do? He improves and puts himself 4th. He's the top Alfa Romeo BMW. Let's have a look at his teammate Bunnies. Well, we know Speckmere is ahead of Bunnies, so let's see Speckmere go across the line in his Schaeffler BMW. Final corner has been taken. Nicely done by Speckmere, keeping nice and tight to the pit wall. Does not improve his time, though. Does not look like Bunnies will improve. Yes, he does a little bit, but not enough to jump Speckmere. Wow, it is tight between these drivers. Punisher then coming to cross the line. Will he improve his lap times? No, not quite. So, here is Speed Hunter. He is a threat to Matt Psycho. Going through the final corner. This will be his last attempt. He runs too wide, though. Hits up the gravel. Will he get pole position? Not quite. Oh, that amount of time he lost through that final corner on the exit might have been what costs him pole. Illusion does not improve then. So, drivers on the grid coming through next. Looks like it's Aloe in 4th place in his BMW. No, Chris Boo has improved his time. Where he's gone? He's gone 9th. Aloe then, 4th place for Aloe. He's a second off the pole. Bailey improves his time. What does Bunnies... Oh, Aloe comes in 4th. What can Bunnies do then? He's behind his teammate. Cthulhu does not improve. Slenderfella moves himself up into 12th place. So Speckmere coming round the final corner. And a driver I haven't mentioned very much is Victory Rain. He improves his time to 6th. Oh, needed. Speckmere improves. What does Bunnies do? Bunnies improves up to 6th place. Wow. What a qualifying session that was. Who is still on a lap? Rob on drums coming through the final corner now. I don't think he's going to improve his time. And Illusion there. Who's the last driver then that can improve? Don't think anybody else can improve their time. No, Rob on drums has finished his lap. Who's the final driver across the line? I can't see them. That was the car. Oh, it was Speed Hunter, but not enough time to get the lap done. So, Matt Psycho puts his Nissan into pole. He's only 4/10 of a second ahead of Speed Hunter. 3rd place is Illusion. Aloe is 4th in his Alfa Romeo BMW. 5th is Cthulhu in his Alfa Romeo BMW. What a run for Pat. So 4th, 5th and 6th for the Alfa BMWs. They may be confused by what they are, but they're in 4th, 5th and 6th. Victory Rain in 7th place. The pole position man last time out at Fuji down in 7th. Speckmere is in 8th. 9th place is Bailey. And 10th is Chris Boo. The top 10 covered by 2.2 seconds. A lot of differences between tyres though. Punisher is 11th. 12th is Slenderfella. And 13th place is Rob on drums at his home event. It's Matt Psycho on pole. Speed Hunter though, the biggest threat, the championship leader after Fuji. We know there will be no rain at this circuit. And he is on the fight for another win in the Sunday Night League in Season 7 of GTE. Illusion is 3rd. He'll be happy with that. He's close to the front, which is what you need to do, running down into that Andretti hairpin at the start of the race. Aloe, impressive 4th. And remember, he's got soft tyres to run as well. Speed Hunter will start the race maybe on mediums or hards. So he's going to have a slow start for this race. Pat in the chat saying 4, 5 and 6. I'll take that. Just got on to see the last flying laps. Well, Pat, you saw a fantastic session with Matt Psycho at the top there for Jim Joker's Nissan team. Then we have Silent Wolf's Lexus team of Speed Hunter. Then we have Cool Dude Boys BMW team with Illusion. Pat's quartet triple header with Aloe, Cthulhu and Bunnies, all covered by 4/10 of a second. Aloe really impressive in qualifying tonight. Victory Rain down in 7th place for the Season 4 champion. 8th place is Speckmere on his full-time entry for the Schaeffler BMW. So 2 Schaeffler BMWs in the top 8. 9th place is Bailey in his Nissan. 10th is Chris Boo in his Lexus. 11th is Punisher in the Porsche. He's ahead of his teammate Slenderfella by half a second. And 13th place is Rob on drums. So, we will see if everybody is ready for the race here at Laguna Seca. We have got 56 laps of this iconic circuit coming up. It is going to be hard. This is where GTE proves to be its endurance sticker on top of that windscreen. Everybody looks like they're ready. I'll say good luck to all, and then we'll get underway for this race here at Laguna Seca. 13 drivers on the grid, 2 drivers unable to make it, with Sarlek and Cinemod unable to attend. So, here we go. 56 laps at Laguna Seca. We've got Matt Psycho on pole. We've got Speed Hunter in 2nd, Illusion in 3rd, Aloe in 4th, 5th is Cthulhu, 6th is Bunnies, 7th is Victory Rain, and 8th is Speckmere. It's a long hold. Here's the 1 light, 3 lights, 5 lights, and it's go here at Laguna Seca in GTE. And as predicted, Illusion has got the great start ahead of Speed Hunter. Matt Psycho leads them down into turn 1, through turn 2 now into Andretti. Everybody looking for a position. Speed Hunter trying to hold that inside line, staying in 2nd. He's done very well. One of the BMWs has gone very wide. Out of the first turn is Aloe and Cthulhu. Oh no, Slenderfella is pointing the wrong way. Slenderfella is the wrong way. Cthulhu's down in 11th. Oh, and 12th is Aloy. So that first start for those BMWs, not so well into turn number 2 into Andretti, but it's Matt Psycho leading from Speed Hunter, from Illusions, from Specmere, who's up into 4th place. Bunnies is 5th. Chris Boo, a fantastic start for him, he's 6th. He's ahead of Victory Reign in 7th, and 8th place is Punisher and Bailey 9th. 10th place is Rob on Drums. The top 10 really having a good start there. The back 3 drivers having a few incidents. Oh, and somebody is having a go. I think Chris Boo and, oh my word, Chris Boo and Bunnies and Specmere are all fighting. Specmere is holding up the field a little bit on his soft tyres. Bunny's going round the outside of turn 10. Does he position himself into turn 11 to make the move? He puts himself up into 4th place, but does he run wide? No, he doesn't. Bonus Sykes in the chat saying, come on, Matt, but we're looking at the fight currently for 4th place. Specmere and Bunnies fighting down the straight, down to the Andretti hairpin. Victory Reign in 6th place. Bunny's braking later than Specmere. He's braver on the brakes. He's on the outside, though, and Specmere's on the inside. Oh, nicely done from the two of them. Fantastic driving. We've seen them fight each other in Formula X. We've got, oh no! We've got the Punisher off the circuit. He's touched the gravel. That's how punishing this place can be. But Matt Psycho, he's got Speed Hunter right behind him. Matt Psycho is on the medium tyres. We'll go through the tyre selections as we see. But Matt Psycho on mediums with Speed Hunter. Illusion there on the hards. So Illusion on hard tyres in these early stages. But Matt Psycho holding the position. Specmere is on softs, but he's got everybody behind him. He's got everyone behind him. Going down is the corkscrew. He's holding position. Bunnies is in 5th. He's also on softs. So Bunnies is pushing hard. He has to, though, because he's got Victory Reign right behind him. Victory Reign on the medium tyres. It's really, really, really hard to tell what is going to happen in this race, because straight away, Specmere and Bunny's really wide. Does that leave him vulnerable to an attack from Victory Reign? It says Victory Reign is ahead, going down the home straight, going down through turn number 1 to turn 2. It looks like Victory Reign will have the position, but can he position? Because Bunnies has got himself up into 4th again. Bunnies is using that wider line through turn 1, but he's run wide. Does that put him into the clutches of Victory Reign in the Porsche? We're on board with the Porsche driver now. Can he pounce on the bunny in front of him? Not yet. We're going through now the second section of the circuit. It's more difficult to overtake. Your best overtaking opportunity really is that Andretti hairpin into turn number 2. In these cars, let's see though, Specmere is there. 8th place now is Aloy. He's on medium, so Aloy going slightly different to his teammate. Cthulhu there is on softs. On the site saying in the chat, great racing in SNL. As always, every Sunday night we have great racing. If you do not join us every week, please do so. You will not be disappointed. As you see Sander Fire, he has his own fight happening right now with Chris Boo, who is fighting all through this field. All the Lexuses are on medium tyres at this start. And Punisher, he's on the mediums too. He's not far off, having a little fight of his own. So the whole field are very closely packed together. We get groups and clusters forming in these early sections. At the moment, at the front of the field though, it's Matt Psycho and Speed Hunter on the medium tyres, pushing as hard as they can. Be interested to see how far they can go on the mediums as well. They've got, Matt Psycho has soft tyres available to him, whilst Speed Hunter only has hards and mediums. So Matt Psycho softs and mediums, Speed Hunter hards and mediums. They're both on those medium tyres. Illusion has hards and softs, so I'm wondering how far he'll go. Victory Reign has got himself up into 4th place now on the mediums. Look at the front right tyre. A little bit more wear on that Porsche. Specmere on the soft tyres. You can see the difference there. It's ever so slight at this point in time, so it looks like the soft tyres are a good tyre to be on for this race. They don't seem to wear out all that fast. We did see at Fuji that they were wearing out very, very quickly. Specmere though, 0.6 of a second up. Aloy is currently the fastest man on track. Purple lap time, a 1:22.7 for him. on lap number 3. He's chasing down Bailey, so he's moving up the field nicely. We saw him at the beginning of the race having a little bit of an issue, but he's fastest man on the circuit. He's on the medium tyres as well, so he's really pushing hard. He's only 11.3 seconds behind the race leader, Matt Psycho, in the Nissan. Leads in Jim Joker's Nissan team. Speed Hunter there in second place. He's very close. He's half a second behind Matt Psycho. These two drivers have fought each other quite a lot on circuit, but not too often. It is a rare battle. Both of them are champions. Speed Hunter was the Season 5 champion in the Group 4 machinery. Matt Psycho was Season 1 and 2 champion in Group 3s. So Matt Psycho back in the Group 3 car. Didn't race in the Nissan before in GTEs. Now in a Nissan, although he's made a mistake coming out of the corkscrew. That means Speed Hunter will get a chance going through turn 9, but cannot get past. On the outside of turn 9, it's a difficult place to overtake, as I said before, around this circuit. And you can see why. You start on the outside of one corner, you're on the inside for the next, but then you're on the outside for the next corner. After that, you have to really have a really good run to overtake somebody at Laguna Seca. But Speed Hunter is keeping in that slipstream. He's possibly saving fuel at this stage as well. Let's have a look at the difference in the fuel. A little bit of a difference in the fuel gauges between the Nissan and the Lexus. What's happening with the BMW Evolution? He's got less fuel. He's on the hard tyres. Victory Rain, though, is in his wheel tracks. So on board with the former champion of season number 4, Victory Rain, in 4th place, driving for Gasman, as he did in that championship season. Oh, and Illusion's made a mistake running wide. That's going to slow him up. So Illusion, Victory Rain, and Speckmere and Bunnies. Cthulhu's put himself up into 8th place. He's overtaken the Lowy. So they are fighting for position. Pat will be watching this thinking, boys, let's try and make sure we are having a good race for the team. Cthulhu does have the softer tyres, though, so he needs to make hay. Oh, as Bailey goes off the circuit. Oh, he goes off the circuit, rejoins down the Rahal straight. It's Matt Psycho kicking up the dust with Speed Hunter. It is a great circuit for just the jeopardy of going offline. If you are slightly offline, as we see in the background, Speckmere, Victory Rain and Bunnies, they are fighting each other so hard, as Speckmere has to hold the inside line. He's got to be careful because his teammate is in 3rd place. Speckmere and Victory Rain are fighting for the position, going down into turn 1 and then into turn 2. The Andretti hairpin. Will Bunnies have a go around this outside? We've seen him try it before. He can't get the cutback either. So he's currently 6th. The top 6 are covered by 8.7 seconds. And they're fighting really, really hard for 4th place. Well, 3rd place, because Illusion is at the front of this pack. Will Cthulhu and Aloe join the field. It's 6th, 7th and 8th for Pat's team. And Chris Boo has lost connection maybe, or left the room. Robin Drums is in 10th place with the Punisher in 11th. Slenderfella is 12th. Matt Psycho in 1st place. The Speed Hunter 2nd. So Speed Hunter in 2nd place. Illusion is 3rd. He's holding position. And he's causing a little bit of a bottleneck. He's the cork in the bottle. Victory Rain and Speckmere and Bunnies. Let's have a look. So see the lap times. 24.7 for Bunnies on the last lap. 23.0. So Cthulhu, at this current pace, will join the back of this fight for 3rd place in just 2 laps, and we'll have an epic battle. Illusion going down the straight again. He's gone quicker than he has gone before in this race. Victory Rain, though, giving him the pressure on the medium tyres. Chris Boo is in the chat saying, I've got disconnected, as Victory Rain makes an important move. He goes up into 3rd place, and he gets the position against Illusion. He's got to now use those medium tyres to pull away from the man from Greece. The man from Greece is pushing hard, though. He's got Speckmere right behind him. Speckmere is on the soft tyres, as opposed to his teammate on the hards. And Bunny's also on soft tyres. They have worn each other down. Oh, Bunny's having a little touch of respect here. They have had incidents in the past. They are fighting hard. Illusion is still in 4th place. Oh, Chris Boo, he will be disappointed. He'll be cheering on his teammate Speed Hunter though. Speed Hunter still keeping that pressure on Matt Psycho. It's Aloe still with the fastest lap. Early on in this race, Speed Hunter nearly got it though on a 22.8 on lap number 7. So Speed Hunter pushing hard. He's keeping Matt Psycho honest. Let's have a look. Aloe has got past Cthulhu once more. So they've got to pull together to catch up with Bunnies. Because this fight for 4th is in their grasp. At the front of the field, Matt Psycho just leading ahead of Speed Hunter. Speed Hunter closing up a lot though into Andretti hairpin. Matt Psycho running wide as well. He knows the pressure is on. Go on board with the Lexus driver in 2nd place. Set a faster first sector than he has gone before on his fastest lap on lap number 7 to 22.8. That was just 1/10 of a second away from the fastest lap of the race. That Psycho leads us through, going up the hill towards number 6 and to the Rahal Straight. It is such a precarious position to be in. 2nd place, putting the pressure on. Will he have a go into the corkscrew? No way! I didn't think he would. But he's just positioning himself to make sure Matt Psycho knows he's there. It's the Speed Hunter in 2nd. Victory Rain pulling away now from Illusions. 2 seconds up on the Greekman. Speckmere is in 5th. 6th, though, is Aloe because Bunnies, he's had a disaster somewhere. He's gone off the circuit for sure because he's 6 seconds behind Cthulhu. And he was on the back of Speckmere. So we've got 2 Schaeffler BMWs in 4th and 5th, and then we have 6th, 7th and 8th, the BMWs of Alfa Romeo. 9th place is Rob on drums. He's only 4 seconds behind Bunnies, or about 5 seconds really. Punisher there is 3.5 seconds behind Rob on drums. Bailey is in 11th. The slender fella is getting lapped already. He had a 2 minute, so he's done a pit stop. That is interesting then. Slenderfella has decided to go on the mediums. He's going off-piste with his race strategy. So he is having a go, but he's used both the tyres. He's used the medium and hards for Porsche. So Gazman will be watching. And he will be debating whether he can get everything in place. It's a great call from Slenderfella. He's going for something different. We've seen Matt Psycho do different things before and win races in SNL. Speed Hunter, though, is making sure that Matt Psycho knows he's there. That's a long way from the pit stop, though. Half a tank still of fuel, so we're definitely going to about lap 21 with fuel. But will the tyres make them? I don't think they will. Matt Psycho, his tyres looking a bit worn now as well at the mediums, but he's got a little bit of a gap from Speed Hunter. Blue flags are waving for Slenderfella. Slenderfella goes very deep into Andretti, so he lets the 2 race leaders through. He's got his teammate Victory Rain, the next driver, along on the road. He's now 2 seconds ahead of Illusion, who's got about a second from Speckmere. Aloe is slowly catching still. It's about 6/10 of a second quicker. It's on the medium tyre. Speckmere must be pitting very soon. His right front tyre is crying enough. Aloe catching him up, hand over fist. Cthulhu as well, coming with his teammate. Bunnies will be frustrated. We've seen him make mistakes before and come back to win races, so don't count him out. Rob on drums in 9th place. In the Lexus, the Punisher is in 10th. Bailey is 11th. 12th is Slenderfella, but he's done a pit stop, so his lap times are all slightly off kilter. Right now it's saying he's 53 seconds behind Bailey. Whether that's correct, I suspect it is, but Matt Psycho, he's really under pressure now from the Mauritius driver, Speed Hunter. That Nissan is better out of the corners, you can see it. It pulls away out of the final corner. and Speckmere, as predicted, is into the pits. So Speckmere is in, falling down the field now. Here is his pit crew ready for him. So the Schaeffler BMW crew are waiting for their new driver. Speckmere is in 7th place. Can he get into the pit box? He's still waiting. Oh my word, it's so long. There he is. Into the pits he comes. Fantastic work from the Schaeffler BMW crew. Matt Psycho, though, is still under a lot of pressure from Speed Hunter. Speed Hunter pushing him nearly up the hill towards the Rahal Straight. A great exit from the Lexus. Will he have a go into the corkscrew? It would be a brave move. No, he dives back into the racing line, but Matt Psycho knows he's there. He's having to use all that grunt from that Nissan to try and get away from the Lexus. The two Japanese manufacturers at the front of the field here in America. No American manufacturers chosen this season in GTE. I'm sure that won't be the case in season number 8 when it comes around later this year. Matt Psycho, though, in first. Got the car coming out of the pits as well. That is possibly Rob on drums. No, it's not. Now, is that Bunnies? No, it is one of... It's possibly Bailey. Yes, it is. It is Bailey in 11th. So Bailey has gone on to the soft tyres now. So Bailey on the softs. His teammate is catching up. Cthulhu is in the pits. He's falling down the field now as his Alfa Romeo BMW comes in. That's done a very good job of recreating that Formula 1 livery on basically the wrong car. But Matt Psycho leading there for Nissan. He knows he's in a race. He definitely knows that. Speed Hunter, though, keeping the pressure on. Will Speed Hunter go further on? I think so, because he's got a lot more fuel than Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho's burnt a quarter of a tank, and Speed Hunter, he's just over half. So if Speed Hunter's just been sat there saying to Matt Psycho, yeah, just pull me along, let me save fuel, I can short shift and I can make sure I'm having a nice time with the fuel gauge, because we compare it to everybody else, they're around a quarter of a tank. That Lexus, Rob on drums, again, somebody, if you want a different strategy, Rob on drums will give it to you. He is around half a tank. He's not done quite as good a job as his teammate with saving fuel, but my word, it's different to everyone else he's racing with. He can go a lot longer. He's going to fly up the field. Speckmere has made a pit stop. He's back on the soft tyres. He's 3.4 seconds ahead of Cthulhu, who's also on softs. Bunnies is still on soft tyres. So Bunnies, I wonder... He's lost so much time. He did a 1:55 lap on lap 11. So he's had a big accident. Will it let him in? It's let him in now. So Bunny's not having the best of times. Can Bailey keep out of the way of his teammate going into the corkscrew? Matt Psycho will not be liking this. No, Bailey decides to bail out of it completely. Fantastic to see that from Bailey. He's sacrificed his race, though, for the race for the lead. He was not wanting to get in there. Bailey has left the room as well. Oh, that is weird. Speed Hunter, though, going into turn number 10. Not quite there. So Bailey has left the room as well. Hopefully that's not a disconnect. I know there's a lot of wind and rain happening in the UK at the moment, so we could have a lot of disconnections. This stream might disappear at some point. Victory Rain coming into the pits himself. His medium tyres are fried. He hasn't got much longer to go on his fuel either. And Illusion, he will do a final lap on this tank of fuel, so he's in on lap number 14. As we can see, I think that is Bunnies coming out of the pits. So Bunnies, something has gone majorly wrong for Bunnies on lap number 11. He lost half a minute on lap 11. But Matt Psycho still leads the race. So everybody is getting into the pits in the shuffle. Illusion there in third. Fourth place then. Rob on drums still out there. Hasn't stopped yet. Moving himself up the field. Speckmere now in fifth. He's done his stop. Where does he feed out? He's just gone the fastest on the circuit as well. But he's been beaten by Cthulhu in the BMW too. Where does Victory Reign feed out? He's in the pits. He's coming out. And will he get passed by Cthulhu? He does. Cthulhu has got past Victory Reign. So Victory Reign down into 7th place in the Porsche. He's on medium tyres still. He does have hard tyres to run at some point in this race. Although they're in 8th place on the soft tyres. He lost a lot of time, but he's filled up on the softs. Mama Sykes saying the wind is so strong. Fingers crossed. It is incredibly strong. We've got a storm brewing here in the UK tonight. Matt Psycho still leading the race. He's got a storm brewing right now. He knows it as well. As we go on board with Speed Hunter, the light at this circuit just starting to fade. Wow, Speed Hunter incredibly fast in the first sector. He's got Matt Psycho in his sights. Will he use the Punisher as a distraction? No, Punisher keeps out of the way. It is great to see drivers, blue flags, fully respecting it, getting off the racing line and not interfering with this race battle. It is half a second. It's been half a second for the last 16 laps. There is no stopping these drivers at this point in time. It's going to be a battle in the pit lane, I suspect, because Speed Hunter, he's got a quarter of a tank left in that car. Matt Psycho has maybe got one more lap left in him. 2 at a real push if he really backed it off. But his tyres possibly don't have enough left. But neither does Speed Hunter. Speed Hunter's tyres are done. Will Speed Hunter follow Matt Psycho into the pits and then jump him? In the pit stops, Rob on drums in 3rd place. The American at his home event is 3rd. He's on track in 3rd as well. He will jump a lot of drivers, I would have thought, when he does do his pit stop. Will he keep going? Will he go for the lead here at Laguna Seca? Speckmere is out, so we know that pit stop here is about 36 seconds, about 35 and a half seconds. So Rob on drums, he wouldn't quite get the lead, I don't think, with the way that it's going. He wouldn't, no. The Speckmere is in a very strong position. Matt Psycho now has flashing fuel going through Rahal Strait that isn't straight. A lot of the straights here at Laguna Seca are not straight. Matt Psycho up there in first place. Matt Psycho is under a lot of pressure from Speed Hunter. Speed Hunter on board once more with the man from Mauritius. Will Matt Psycho go into the pits, and does Speed Hunter go another lap? Matt Psycho has put his hazards on, and Speed Hunter takes the lead. So Speed Hunter deciding to run the fuel. Interesting. These Lexus are looking strong on the fuel count. Speckmere currently 4th place. Cthulhu in 5th. Victory Reign is in 6th place. It's ahead of Illusion. Illusion had a really slow lap 15, a 2:08. So that was his outlap after the pits, and he's lost another 10 seconds from that. But he's now on the soft tyres. That is his strategy for the rest of the race. We've got Aloe now on the softs as well. Aloe has shown a lot of speed here at Laguna Seca on the mediums. He was one of the fastest drivers on the mediums. He's now chasing down Illusion. He did 22.64 on his last lap. Back at the front of the field, Rob on drums has jumped Matt Psycho. There he is. He's up into 2nd place, so it is a Lexus 1-2. Silent Wolf looking at this, thinking, yes, here we go. This is where the strategy plays out in endurance racing. You've got one of the best strategic minds in Sunday Night League with Rob on drums there. He has won races in the Porsche Cup on strategy. He was the first champion as well in that series. Speckmere in 4th place. Cthulhu 5th. He's in a sandwich right now of Cthulhu Meat. The Spaniard is 5th. Got an interesting, quite a dull helmet there for Cthulhu. And it's black. We don't normally see such a mute sort of colour scheme from Cthulhu. Cthulhu, though, deciding I'm not being mute for my overtaking moves, I'm going to have a look through the corkscrew. Can he get on the exit? Yes, he does. He gets the exit move, and he gets the position from Speckmere. What a move from Cthulhu! And it's put Speckmere into pressure from Victory Lane. Cthulhu, really, really opportunistic move, and up into 4th place. The sun coming out here at Laguna Seca. Matt Psycho chasing down Rob on drums. Side by side they go. Down into turn 1. Will Rob on drums concede the position, or will Matt Psycho brake too late? He does! Matt Psycho's braked way too late, and Rob on drums just sneaks back past him. Matt Psycho will be fuming at that mistake from himself. He is having to harry and hustle. He's on the soft tyres. He has got on the softer tyres, but he's being held up by Rob on drums. This is crucial in terms of the race. Speed Hunter has come out and he's ahead. Speed Hunter's come out the pits. He's ahead of Rob on drums, and he's about 3 seconds ahead of Matt Psycho. They put about the same amount of fuel in their cars, but that difference in time is probably the amount that Speed Hunter had in the tank. So Matt Psycho really having to push hard. Does he do the move into the corkscrew? He's alongside going in. Oh, can he hold it? No, he can't. Get the outside line. Rob on drums is still there. He's doing a fantastic job for his teammate, holding Matt Psycho up. And Rob has every right to. He is racing in this race for position. He's going into the pits now. Matt Psycho has lost a lot of time. He's 6.1 seconds behind Speed Hunter. But Speed Hunter is on the medium tyres. Matt Psycho is on the softs. Victory Lane is up into 3rd place, ahead of Cthulhu, with Speckmere chasing down. The BMWs are 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. And Punisher, will he? No, Rob on drums, I think. In comes Rob on drums. The American will get up into 8th place. Oh, I've seen a nice little detail I've not noticed on the Lexus already. It's got a little yellow stripe. I wonder if Speed Hunter has got a little blue one on the top of his. I think so, because I can't see it. So I suspect so. That's a nice little touch. Does Chris Booze have a little red line? I can't see it, so I'm assuming there is a blue line there. Matt Psycho there in 2nd. Anyone with better colour vision than myself, tell me. Can you see a blue line on the back of that Lexus? Just at the top wing. I think there is one. You see it more in the light. You see it on Rob on drums. He's got a little yellow line on the edging of. That's very nicely done. I know how they've done it. It's very nice. Whoever made that livery, very, very clever. Punisher there, then in 9th place. We've got Bunny's in 10th, a long way down. He's 30 seconds down where he should be. So where would that put him? It would put him about 8th, so he'd be 2 places further up. Oh, somebody has come into the lobby. I don't know who that is. Hopefully they'll get the hint and disappear. But Speed Hunter leads the race, but he's losing time. Matt Psycho has set the fastest lap of a 1:22.0 compared to a 23.0 by Speed Hunter. He's catching by a second a lap. Victory Lane in 3rd is a 22.8, so he's going quick on his medium tyres. He's putting himself in contention for the race as well, although he's got the hard tyres to run on. Cthulhu 4th, Speckmere 5th. The top 5 are covered by 10 seconds. Illusion, we saw lost about 10 seconds in the race at one point as well. So he's 13 seconds down. This is really impressive this season, GTE. Top 7 covered by 17.5 seconds, 21 laps into this race. That is phenomenal racing here at Sunday Night League. Everybody's in contention. Rob on drums, he's filled up again with a full tank of fuel. We saw how far he went. He went 19 laps. Can he do the same? I think the 10-second gap that we see for Illusion is actually a full tank of fuel's worth of fuel. That 10 seconds is about a quarter of the tank. So I don't think Illusion made a mistake. I think he just had a longer pit stops, those he's racing with. Somebody sliding in the background. Was it Matt Psycho pushing his Nissan? He didn't quite gain as much on the last lap. 0.8 of a second though. So he's still pushing hard. Fastest lap as well. Matt Psycho 21.7 now. 22.7 from Victory Lane. So he's pushing hard on the mediums. We know that. 22.8 from Cthulhu, running wide in the BMW. Kicking up the gravel. He's pulling away though. Not quite from Illusion. About similar lap times actually. 4.2 seconds between them. So Lowy, the Dark Off, 23.6. Actually is dipping around 23.6, 22.9, 23.8. Speckmere has just done a pit stop. So Speckmere back on the softs. He is going a little bit different to everyone else. So he's down in 7th place right now. Interestingly, Rob on drums has got the attention of his fellow North American. Bunnies makes the move into turn 5. It's nicely done by the Canadian. Rob on drums letting him through, maybe thinking, my race isn't with you at the moment. You're on quite old tyres and I'm just getting into my stint. Rob on drums knows what he's doing. He knows when to fight a battle. We've only got 10 cars left in this race. So somebody else has disappeared. So 3 cars have disappeared from the beginning. Punisher is here. Slenderfella's disappeared, I believe. So Slenderfella has gone, Bailey has gone, and Chris Boo has gone as well. Okay. So 10 cars left in the race. Did start with 13. Speed Hunter, he's still struggling. Matt Psycho is catching him. Those soft tyres are being battered though. Look at the difference between the soft right front and the medium right front for Speed Hunter. Oh, I thought he'd made a mistake, but he hasn't. Car just sliding through. I said there's a big storm in the UK tonight that may be partly to do with the disconnections that we're seeing. Cthulhu is in 4th place. His right front tyre is completely worn out. He's maybe misjudged it slightly with his pace. He's got to just be careful then. He doesn't lose too much time into the Andretti, but he runs very wide. That will give Illusion a loss of hope. He gains about a second on Cthulhu, but Cthulhu using that wider line, we saw earlier, Bunny's using something similar to hold positions. You can get away with it in Andretti. You get a better drive out of the corner. You can pull away from your rivals. So Aloy still in 6th place in his BMW. Basically, this top 10, I wouldn't like to call it. Oh, that's Bunny's having some weird sort of skits and spins and all sorts of things going on for Bunny's today. So he lost 3.5 seconds on the last lap. So Bunny's is not having one of those races that he is known for. At the front though, Speed Hunter. Last week he had an impressive second stint. He suddenly found a gap and was able to use that gap to annihilate everybody else in the field. It ended up being about a 10-second gap because Victory Lane did catch up at one point. It's about a 25-second lead Speed Hunter had over the rest of the field. He's showing this season that, look, I'm not just a Group 4 driver. I can compete in Group 3 machinery, and I'm going for that title. I'm going back to become a double champion. But Matt Psycho, the double champion in this series, is chasing him down. Matt Psycho not having the best of luck since that second championship in Season 2. It's been a long time away from the championship, really, for Matt Psycho. He did win the Porsche Cup this time last year in that final iteration of that championship. Speed Hunter there in first, and Matt Psycho second. What is going through Matt Psycho's mind at the moment? Because he's got to think, well, I couldn't get past. Sorry, I couldn't shake off Speed Hunter last time out, and now I'm stuck behind him. Do I save fuel like what happened to me in the first stint? Victory Reign there in third place in the Porsche. He is 5 seconds. Illusion coming into the pits. Very early for Illusion. Look at his fuel. He's carried more fuel than he needed for this stint. So fresh Dunlops coming into the pit lane for him. Lowy is going to jump him and get into fourth place. Speckmere has got Cthulhu right behind him. Cthulhu keeping the pressure. Cthulhu has done his stop. And Speckmere did his stop a 3 laps ago. So Speckmere still holding the position. Both of these teams, so Schaeffler have hards, Alfa Romeo have mediums to them. We've seen Cthulhu in the past, he runs his harder tyre at the end of the race. Matt Psycho now half a second. Illusion putting the hards on. Interesting. So Illusion is on the hards and coming out the pits, and he's got quite a heavy car as well. So Speed Hunter, Matt Psycho's made a mistake. He's lost half a second to Speed Hunter. Victory Reign in third. Let's just have a look then. Here's the battle at the moment that Illusion has just come out in front of. Illusion's got cold hard tyres, and he's got his teammate Speckmere right behind him. What does Speckmere do? He is in a difficult position. He's new in the team as a full-time driver, and Cthulhu is keeping the pressure on. Going through, Cthulhu just a little touch between the two BMWs. Different teams, different colour schemes. Fantastic driving from both of them. They're going down towards the corkscrew. The left-right flip-flap of the corkscrew. Cthulhu, though, stays in 7th place. He has made a great move through there on Speckmere already in this race. Will he be doing it again? Not quite from Cthulhu. Bunnies is in 8th place. Rob on Drums is in 9th. 10th is Punisher. They're all very closely matched. Because Punisher is on the hard tyres though. So Punisher is doing his stint on the hards, and it's not a long stint. Interesting, so the stints on the hards are not going to be long. That Psycho within a second once more, but his tyres are pretty much done. A 23.4 on the last lap, 22.9 for Speed Hunter. So Speed Hunter is able to go a little bit faster than Matt Psycho at the moment. Is Matt Psycho stuck in that position? Victory Reign coming for another pit stop at the end of this lap. In third, he'll drop down because Lowy isn't far behind, and Lowy's right front though is really worn. Again, it is that debate: do you run with the tyres or do you run with the fuel? Illusion still in 5th place. How he's keeping this, I do not know. But Speckmere and Cthulhu goes too deep. Oh, he was on the outside of Speckmere going into the corkscrew. That will be annoying for Cthulhu. He's got to regroup himself and go again. He will catch Speckmere up at this rate. Now, does Illusion let Speckmere pass now that he sees that Cthulhu is no longer a threat? Because Speckmere is on the faster tyre, and I think he's capable of going a bit faster than what Illusion is doing. Illusion did a 24.5, and we've seen Speckmere in the 23s. What does he do? Oh, there's a touch between teammates. Oh, Speckmere takes the position. He says, well, I don't think you wanted me past here, but I'm going to take it anyway, because I'm on the better tyres. I'm going to try and pull away from you. Oh, Cool Dubois will have something to say about that, I'm sure, in the team boss briefing in his Discord with his teammates. So Speed Hunter is in first. Matt Psycho still there, but it is proving to be difficult. Victory Reign pits. And Lowy also pits, but has a little bit more fuel, 8% more fuel. So Speckmere, will he jump the two in front of him to get himself up into third place? He's pushing hard. Now he's ahead of Illusion. He's pulling away. bit by bit. Cthulhu will be chasing down Illusion as well on those soft tyres. So Victory Reign in the pits, getting nice lots of fuel in that Porsche. There is the Alfa Romeo BMW also fueling up. So 16 seconds between him and Victory Reign. Spekmir though coming across the line, and will he get ahead of the Porsche, which we can see going on the inside of Andretti? No, he will not. The Porsche goes ahead. It is on the medium tyres, and Spekmir on the softs. As we saw Aloe going out the pit lane just above us. You can see the change in... Oh, the Punisher having to just hold off a little bit. Ran off the road actually on the straights. Rob on drums though gets himself up into 7th place ahead of Aloe. Aloe looking for a little move, but no, nothing doing there. Aloe is on the soft tyres, but he's on a heavier car. Rob on drums has nice warm tyres as well. You can see Aloe looking a lot more confident in the braking zones than Rob on drums, so we'll keep with this battle as they go up the hill towards the corkscrew. Rob on drums currently 7th place, running a different strategy to those around him. What can he do, the American? Through the corkscrew. Oh, he runs a little bit too deep. That's going to leave him vulnerable. He's got on board with Aloe then. Through turn number 9. Not close enough to have an advantage. Through turn 10. Rob on drums though feeling the pressure from Aloe. Aloe all over the back of him. Aloe will have the better drive out of the final corner. They climb up the hill. Through turn number 1. And Matt Psycho's in the pits. He wasn't able to get past Speed Hunter. What does Rob on drums do? He holds the position, makes Aloe have to go a bit wider, and stays there in 7th. So Matt Psycho coming into the pits. Waits for him, but Speed Hunter got a nice little gap from Matt Psycho. So Matt Psycho's still going down the pit lane. They seem to get lost here at looking at Sabre in this game. There he is. Finally he comes into the pits in 2nd place, and he'll stay in 2nd. He will not be jumped by Victory Reign, who's 3rd. Spekmir in 4th place is only 4 seconds behind Victory Reign, and he's lapping a little bit quicker maybe. Let's have a look at Victory Reign's lap here. So Victory Reign in 3rd, and it does a 22.9. So Victory Reign is lapping quicker than Spekmir, about a second quicker, so he's pulling away. Illusion, he's got Cthulhu right behind him. Illusion on those hard tyres, Cthulhu on softs. As we see at the top of our screen, Speed Hunter has now gone into the pits. So he's basically, oh, Illusion, all sideways coming through turn number 3. Towards turn number 5. So Cthulhu keeping the pressure on the man from Greece. Hard tyres, but Cthulhu, he's feeling quite confident. Go on board with the Spaniard. He's got a good drive down the Rahal straight. Can't make a move surely for the corkscrew. We've seen him do it already this race. But Illusion just holds the position. Oh, a little touch between the two drivers through the corkscrew, but nothing too hard. As out of the pits comes Speed Hunter, and Matt Psycho, he's going to be further behind. It would seem. So Matt Psycho is on the softs again. The battle between the two of them. It's 3 seconds, 2.5. It is closing down. So Matt Psycho is closer than he was after the last shuffle in the pit stops. And he's on the softer tyres once more. Speed Hunter knows he's in a race with Matt Psycho. Victory Reign at the moment is 3rd. He's 12.1 seconds behind Speed Hunter. Is he doing a Victory Reign and bringing it all slowly towards him towards the end of this race. Speckmere will be pitting this lap. He's gone a little bit shorter again with the fuel. Cthulhu, though, has got past Illusion. So the Alfa Romeo BMW is there in 5th place. Illusion is in 6th. 7th place is Aloe. Rob on drums is 8th. Bunnies is 9th. He's going for fastest laps, I think. He's got 22.1 in his pocket. He's made a mistake, though, again on this circuit. Not proving to be one that he enjoys. The Punisher has been punished a little bit too hard, I think, at this circuit tonight. But he'll be here for next week, I'm sure. We are at the Red Bull Ring, which always proves to be an exciting race here in the Sunday Night League. Matt Psycho running a bit deeper in the braking zone. He's trying to use that Bunny's line. He's kicked up a bit of dust on the exit. Speckmere in the pits now, dropping down the field as he refuels and does his bits and pieces in the pits. He's got to run the hard tyres at some point, does Speckmere. Illusion, his teammate, is currently on them, and it's proving quite difficult. Although he is on soft tyres, he's having a couple of off laps. It's hard when you're on your own to keep those lap times turning. Rob on drums, though, puts himself back up into 7th place. There's Speckmere in the pits right now, in 8th. Bunny's 9th, so Bunnies won't jump Speckmere. Looks like it's going to be 9th place tonight for Bunnies at the best. Won't be happy with that. Formula X champion. Going into season number 7 of that championship later this year. Matt Psycho, though, closing the gap on Speed Hunter. Some great racing at the front of this field. 10 cars in the race, 3 cars disconnecting during the race, 2 cars unable to make it at the last minute. Speed Hunter in first, Matt Psycho second. Oh, Matt Psycho went for the move and it's gone too deep again. Wow, we don't see Matt Psycho pull those type of moves off very often. He's done it twice to Lexus's this race, did it to Rob on drums early in the race, and he's done it to Speed Hunter. That shows how much Matt Psycho is pushing. He really wants to be past this Lexus. He has to get past this Lexus, I think, to make his strategy work. Will he make a move through the corkscrew? That would be the big sign to see how Matt Psycho is feeling in terms of this race. There he is then, all over the back of Speed Hunter, going up the hill towards the corkscrew. Oh, he's lost some time. He's lost about half a second. Thomas Sykes saying in the chat, come on, Matt. Oh, come on, Matthew. Full name from Mama Sykes, the Sunday best name for the Sunday Night League. Victory reign there in 3rd place. To the 4th, he's now ahead of Illusion. Although he's slipping back slightly now, that early race pace just starting to fade. Rob on drums, though, 7th place, keeping himself in contention with this race. Speckmere in 8th. Very fast drivers are further down the field, not where you'd expect them to be. But that's the quality of racing in the Sunday Night League. You can't predict where people are going to be. I thought Speed Hunter had run wide there. He hasn't. Matt Psycho once more catching him up. But is Matt Psycho at the moment catching him up in the wrong places? That could be an interesting thought to experiment. Victory reign in 3rd place. And Cthulhu in 4th. Still ahead, pulling away slightly from Illusion. Just about. Just about. Although it is a second, that gap. Hard tyres of Illusion. We've got a long way to go still. But is Illusion hoping that he can finish the race on the softs to the end? Let's go back to that front battle. That Psycho still half a second behind Speed Hunter. Thomas Sykes' leg must be twitching very rapidly because her son, although look at this Speed Hunter, he's been pushed to one of his personal bests by Matt. So Speed Hunter is pushing hard in this Lexus. He's about 2 tenths better on his best lap. So this could be a personal best lap time from Speed Hunter to keep ahead of the charging Matt Psycho. Speed Hunter goes a 22.1. He's 6 tenths of a second off the fastest lap. Matt Psycho slightly quicker again, though. that Andretti corner is proving a little bit tricky. Victory Rain putting a lap on Bunnies. You don't often see the Canadian lapped in the Sunday Night League, but it's happened tonight. Speckmere in 8th is also in danger of being lapped in this race. The way it is working out, it is a short track distance, so you do lose a lot of time. Illusion currently 5th. He's got to put himself into a good position for the championship. That's what it's about. 5 races. This would be the 2nd race. Still got 3 races left. And we've seen it before in GTE. The championship just flows backwards and forwards. But at the moment, Speed Hunter doing enough to take 2 wins in a row. If he could get 2 wins, it really puts him in a strong place. But we've seen it before. We've had a driver in the past win the first 3 races in the championship. He didn't win the championship. He came 2nd to Victory Rain, who stole it on the last race and his only victory of the season. You have to be consistent in this championship to stand well at the end of the season. It is so tightly matched that any fall out of position and it can really punish you. Cthulhu now in the pits in his BMW. He will be overtaken by his teammate Aloe, who's having another strong race. Aloe really is enjoying these Group 3 cars. Rob on drums in 7th. He will jump Cthulhu, I would have thought, as well as Matt Psycho is really close to Speed Hunter, going up the hill once more. As I said earlier, I think Matt Psycho is catching him in the wrong places. He's putting the pressure though into the corkscrew. Can he get the exit? It does cause Speed Hunter to run wide. So can Matt Psycho make the move into turn number 10? Or the final corner, turn 11? No, there's no braking area really there to take into 10. Matt Psycho though looking in the final corner, putting the pressure on the race leader. Oh, he's incredibly close now. This is the closest he's been all race long. Speed Hunter is defending the wall. So that means Matt Psycho's got to go round the outside into Andretti. Can he pull a Bunnies and go round the outside? Speed Hunter goes a bit deep. Matt Psycho does the cutback. Can he get the power down? He is technically ahead, but Speed Hunter has the line for the next right-hander. Matt Psycho has to run wide, has to give it up a little bit. And Speed Hunter stays in first place. Well, would you believe it? Speed Hunter is still in first place. Some excellent racing here in GTE. Group 3 cars, you can't race them. You can't get close, you can't race them. There's no point running a GT3 class because everyone picks the same car and they just crash into each other. The BMW is the most popular car this season. It's coming in 4th place. There are 3 different cars in front of it: a Lexus, a Nissan and a Porsche. Mama Sykes in the chat saying super. I wonder if her heart is a little bit fluttering as her son is leading the charge against Speed Hunter. Speed Hunter knows this, but he's got a bigger gap than we saw a lap ago. It's 8/10 of a second coming out the final quarter, but Matt Psycho is in that slipstream. He knows if he can keep close into turn 11, he's got a chance into turn 1. But Speed Hunter's a wily racer. Oh, Matt Psycho, though, has a good opportunity on the exit. No, nothing doing at this stage. Is anybody else having a close race? It doesn't look like it on the track map. We'll keep with this race leading battle because it is 0.2 of a second between the race leaders. Speed Hunter having to defend a little bit into turn 5. That will compromise him on the exit. Will Matt Psycho get the run going up the hill towards the corkscrew? Would he have a little look? No, he's just weaving around, showing Speed Hunter, look, I'm here. I'm in your slipstream. Fuel difference though. Once more. Oh, Matt Psycho did have a look and did have a think. Does it put Speed Hunter off? Not quite. Not quite, but he knows he's there. well. Speed Hunter pulling away slightly out of the corkscrew. Did Matt Psycho compromise himself in his little move to the inside? So Speed Hunter has got a gap. Don't think there are any other battles really closely contested right now. There aren't. Go there. Down to turn one once more between these leaders. No, Matt Psycho's not close enough. Half a second still is the gap. Let's have a rundown of our 10 races then. There's only 10 tonight after 3 disconnections due to the weather, I suspect. Victory Rain is in 3rd place. Illusion is in 4th. He's pitting now. 5th place then is Aloe, who will take that position from Illusion. 6th place is Rob on drums and Specmere right behind him. Specmere is putting the pressure on the American. Out of the corkscrew. Oh, the little touch maybe. Oh, Specmere doesn't quite know. He's holding back. He lets Rob on drums by. I think Rob on drums was actually maybe saying, I'm alright. I think you had the position. But good to see as Rob on drums then goes into the pits. That will annoy Specmere. Thinking, oh my word. How on earth is this happening? Mama Sykes saying in the chat, Matt must be loving this. I hope so, Mama Sykes. If he's not, then he's dead inside. It's a Speed Hunter. He's got all the pressure. He'll be loving it as well. He loves the battle, the Speed Hunter. And he's in one right now. We're going into 16 laps to go. What can happen in his final 20 minutes or so of this race? And Psycho currently 2nd place. It's not close enough. Has the opportunity gone once more? But remember, Speed Hunter has to run the hard tyres. At some point, Victory Rain is in 3rd place, with Aloe in 4th. As the shuffle starts happening, I thought I saw some changing positions. No, Rob on drums coming out of pits in 8th place is now on the hards. So is that an indication to say this is what we're doing here at Lexus? Oh, Bunnies. Oh no, Bunnies is a pit stop behind Rob on drums, basically. Oh, that right front is not happy with the Canadian. Fellow Canadian Punisher is there in 10th place. He'll be happy to see Laguna Seca disappear at the end of the race. It is one of those circuits, as I said before, if you make a small error, it punishes you so hard because of all the dust and dirt. That Psycho is 2 seconds behind now, so the charge has ended for now. What is his plan? What is his plan C, maybe? Or plan B? Who knows? Victory Rain there in 3rd. He's only 13 seconds behind the race battle, but he's got the hard tyres to run, so I suspect 3rd place is his consolidation for today. Aloe in 4th place. Running the BMW is a long way from his pit stop. He's got the same amount of fuel as Specmere as well. He's 25 seconds ahead of Specmere. Specmere is a quick driver. And yet he's been beaten by Aloe. And Aloe is showing his class here tonight in the Sunday Night League. Tulu, very fast driver as well in 6th place. He's ahead of Illusion on the hards, who's got blue flags. Wow. Illusion currently getting blue flags. I wonder how he feels about that. He has just done a stop. He's back on the hards. So it's kind of a pit stop ahead of Speed Hunter. Speed Hunter will be stopping. Not for a while. So Illusion in 7th place, about to be lapped by the race leader. Top 2 really pushing hard. 3rd place, Victory Rain coming into the pits for probably his last stop. It's Aloe in 4th place. His tyres are looking a bit worn now. Does he decide, I'm going to go one lap longer, or do I go and pit now? If he pits now, he will fall behind Cthulhu. And Cthulhu will have to stop again, I'm sure. Speckmere has to stop again. Illusion, I don't think does. So Illusion, despite having the blue flags, he's got a possibility of 4th place here. As into the pits comes Aloe, so Aloe deciding, no, I'm not going to risk it with the tyres as they are. Those right side tyres, you can see, are very warm. So he's not risking it. Interesting to see that. We can see Victory Rain in the pits. It's not over for him. It's only about 14.5 seconds behind the race leader. Speed Hunter's now 3 seconds. Oh, we can see Speckmere and Illusion getting in each other's way a little bit, possibly, as Speckmere comes into the pits. So Speckmere is possibly having a bit of tyre issue. Illusion then, he's got the race leader behind him. Well, 2 drivers we expect to fight for the championship, and Speed Hunter's about to lap Illusion. It is because they're out of sync with the pit stops. That Psycho in the pits himself. So Victory Rain on his outlap is now a minute behind the race leader. Cthulhu in 4th place. He's 1:15 behind the race leader, so it shows, there we go, so Illusion has let the race leader by. Speed Hunter, it would seem, is dominating this race by more than he is, but don't worry, he'll be back in line with everyone else. It won't be a Speed Hunter walkover unless he does some phenomenal laps on the hard tyres, which he is capable of doing. As we have Cthulhu there in 4th. Let's have a look. So he is ahead of his teammate Bunnies, who's down in 10th place. Bunnies will just be thinking, let's get rid of this race completely. And my wireless connection is saying that it is low. That's not good. Control is saying, oh no, I'm going to die. So just bear with me a second whilst I grab on the wire to charge it. Hopefully it just charges itself. That's interesting. That's because it's not plugged in. Wait, just bear with me, I will plug this in. There we go. So as I was plugging it in, Speed Hunter came into the pits, and he's 8.5 seconds ahead of Matt Psycho, but he's got hard tyres. Matt Psycho has got soft tyres. Oh my word, we were in this situation last week, we're back in it again. Can Speed Hunter repeat what he did last week and get himself the victory? Or will Matt Psycho do what Victory Rain failed to do last week and catch the former champion? So the pit stops have all shuffled through. It looks like Cthulhu is 4th. 5th place is Illusion. Well, Cthulhu has to do a stop, I'm sure. There's no way he can do 12 laps on a quarter of a tank, because we've seen some drivers using 11 laps on 3/4 of a tank, so he'll be coming in the next 4 laps, I would have thought. So 6th place is Aloe, and then Rob on drums, he's on those hard tyres, as we've seen before. He's just behind his teammate now, who's done the stop. Matt Psycho's ahead! What has happened there? Matt Psycho leads! Oh my word! So a mistake has happened from Speed Hunter, about a 10-second mistake has happened. Well, Matt Psycho leads. Pat in the chat saying, come on Matt, you can do it. Well, he has. The Speed Hunter's gone off the circuit as we were going through the field just to see where everyone was. A mistake off screen from Speed Hunter has caused him to lose this race. That Psycho just has to hold the position. He doesn't have to do banzai laps on his softs. Will he use it to cool down? But then there's always the risk. If you start to slow down, you make mistakes. So Speed Hunter will have to put the pressure back on Matt Psycho. If he can hold it to about 4 seconds, 5 seconds, he'll keep that pressure on. Victory Rain then in third place, 17 seconds away from the race leader. Cthulhu, he will pit soon. He's half a minute down on the race leader. He's got to pit at some point in the next couple of laps, which will see Illusion move back up into 4th place. But behind him is Aloe. Aloe is on soft tyres and is catching him up. He's about 2.5 seconds quicker on the previous lap. So this is not over. Aloe can put himself up into 6th place. Rob on drums is in 7th in his Lexus. He's ahead of Speckmere. Speckmere dropping back a bit. He's now on the hards, as we saw before. So his stop has put him onto the hards. Bunny, oh no, Bunnies is off again. Oh, Bunnies is just having one of those nights. I think Punisher might beat him as it stands. Bunnies is just sliding all over the place. Not happy at all. Maybe he's been a little bit busy elsewhere this week. Speed Hunter there in 2nd place. So Pat saying looks like it was a spin out turn 5, first left-hander on the map. Mama Sykes in the chat saying look after your tyres, Matt, go for it. So spin out turn 5, that's an unusual place then for Speed Hunter to make a mistake. Pat saying he saw it on the track map. That is unfortunate for Speed Hunter. That's Psycho then 7.8 seconds away. Victory Rain is 3rd. 4th is Cthulhu. Oh, the tyres are not happy. 5th place is Illusion. 6th is Aloe. So Illusion is feeling the pressure from Aloe. Rob on drums is 7th. 8th place is Speckmere. Matt Psycho in 1st place. He's pushing. What can he do? Got Cthulhu in 4th. Pitting now. So he's going to drop down. Illusion will get into that 4th place, but he's got Aloe less than a second behind him. The pressure is on from the Alfa Romeo. At BMW. With his Alfa Romeo livery. He's currently 5th. He's just overtaking his teammate. He's now the top Alfa Romeo BMW in this race. You can see Illusion just sliding the car around. Part of that is his connection. He also does slide the car a little bit. That's why he's on the hard tyres as well. Just not happy this race. But 4th place, if he can keep it, would be a good result. 5th is a consolidation. He's pushing himself hard. Matt Psycho now 10 seconds up on Speed Hunter. 9 laps to go. Speed Hunter made a mistake, as Pat noticed on the track map. Through turn number 5, Victory Rain in 3rd. 10 seconds behind Speed Hunter, but he's also on the hard tyres. 23.7, 23.8, so they're matching about the same amount of time as each other. But here is the big battle then. 4th place is Illusion. He's on hards, and it is Aloe who is on the soft tyres. He's got all the speed. We saw him earlier in the race with the fastest lap as well on medium tyres. What can he do? Can he put the pressure? He's going for the move into turn 11. We don't often see a move there because you can run wide and do exactly that. Illusion gets back ahead, but can he hold the position? Going down towards Andretti hairpin. Turn number 2 at Laguna Seca. Aloe, he's holding himself. Just being careful, thinking, right, okay, I will have you on the exit. Will he pounce? He's going for it. Into turn number 3. And he's done it. Past Illusion. Illusion touches the gravel on the exit. Not much Illusion could do. Aloe timed that perfectly well. and puts himself up into 4th place in that Alfa Romeo BMW. So Illusion in 5th, drops down further, but 5th place, that's not a disaster. It is not a disaster. You've used hard tyres at a circuit where others haven't. It's also got more soft tyres available to him than his rivals, so it's all to play for. Cthulhu is in 6th. Better showing from Cthulhu in terms of position. Rob on drums. He's got Speckmere right behind him. Speckmere on the hards in 7th. Having a bit of a fight with it all. They're both on the hard tyres. Blue flags are waving because Victory Rain is behind them. What does Speckmere do? Can he get the position to Rob on drums? Let's go on board with Rob on drums right now. He can see the BMW in the mirrors. As we go down to the course, we slide on board with Rob. Speckmere actually holds off the position to Victory Rain. Now what does Rob on drums do? So Rob on drums stays ahead. Go on board with Victory Rain. Rob on drums, will he run wide through the final corner? Oh, he's got to be careful how he plays this, Rob on drums. He can't lose too much time by lifting off down the straight, but he might lift off before the braking zone. He does. Rob on drums not losing very much time then in comparison to Speckmere. Speckmere was all over the back of him, and Speckmere has lost about a second in that battle at the front of the field. Matt Psycho coming towards 5.5 laps left of this race. It's 14.2 seconds ahead of Speed Hunter now. So the race, in the end, maybe decided on the tyre strategy. That's why GTE is such a hard championship to fight for and win. You have to run all the sets of tyres throughout the season, but you can choose different variations, and we do see it at races. Very rarely have we seen every single team run the same tyre strategy. There often is a difference between what they run. Aloe there in 4th place. Hats off to Aloe. He's got to finish 4th. It's going to be his best finish in GTE if he can hold it together. He's ahead of the former champion in Illusion. We've got Cthulhu, former Formula X champion, in 6th. Psycho's done all the championship wins in SNL apart from touring cars, which was, it turned out, a one-off in the end. It wasn't meant to be, just ended up being that way. Punisher there in 9th. He's got Bunnies right behind him. So the Battle of the Canadians. What happens here? Bunnies will be fighting for this. A matter of pride for the Formula X champion. He's never won a race in GTE. It's not going to happen tonight, but he's going to push and make sure he's not last on the road. So Matt Psycho's still there. Oh ho ho! Bunny's putting the pressure on the Punisher. The Punisher running wide through turn 10. In the end, losing out. They're both on the medium tyres, so no tyre disadvantage for the Punisher. The Punisher in the slipstream though of the BMW. Will he make the move? No, not quite. There is a battle happening though between Speckmere and Rob on drums. Rob on drums back ahead of Speckmere. Oh my word, they are fighting hard, but Rob on drums runs wide. Speckmere then on the inside, going up the hill towards turn number 2, through turn 1 to start off with. That's where number 1 normally is. And Speckmere puts himself up into 7th place. What a great fight for 7th. Rob on drum saying, I'm not going to give it up yet. Oh, Spectre has taken a heap of gravel onto the circuit, dipping the rear left tyre all the way into the sand. An impressive fight then. 3.5 laps left for Matt Psycho though at the front of the field. In the end, it's going to be a win of maybe 20 seconds if he keeps this up. He's lapping about a second quicker than second place. Victory Rain is lapping quicker than Speed Hunter, but again I think it's too little too late for Victory Rain. Aloe, 4th place. Happy times for the BMW driver. 5th place is Illusion. 6th is Katsulu. Now 7th is Spectre. After an epic fight with Rob on drums, we saw the end of that. We still don't got the 2 Canadians fighting though, so there's no rest up. An hour and 16 minutes in, Bunnies is still fighting with Punisher to try and stay away from 10th. A top 10 finish in GTE is usually a very strong result. As said before, 5 drivers haven't been able to finish, 2 weren't able to start, 3 had disconnections during the race. Speed Hunter, he just stays there. He will stay in the lead of the championship with 2nd place here tonight. Closest rivals though are Victory Rain and Matt Psycho, with Illusion just a little bit further behind. So the top 4 in the championship are probably the 4 you would expect. But then I think Aloe will put himself up into 5th place. Based on this, let's have a look at how many points he scored last time out. He scored 12 points, so Aloe definitely will be in 5th place. With this, he'll have 30 points overall in GTE, which actually I think might be one of his best GTE seasons, and we're only on race number 2. 2 laps to go for Matt Psycho. Right front tyres looking a little bit sketchy in terms of wear. As Mother Psycho said, just keep looking after the tyres. Don't worry now. Keep concentrating, because it could all go wrong. Victory Rain is still keeping the pressure on Speed Hunter. It's 9 seconds the gap between him and the Mauritius driver. Aloe is 4th. Illusion 5th. He's got flashing fuel. Oh my word, has Illusion risked it, thinking, I'm going to be lapped? Where is Matt Psycho in comparison? He's not going to lap him. Oh my word. Illusion then. He's going to have to really sit at that fuel. Don't be surprised to see him doing maybe 130s with this fuel as it is. He's doing 127s, so he is fuel saving massively. Cthulhu, he doesn't have to fuel save. Oh my word, Illusion is in all sorts of bother here at Laguna Seca. He's got another 2 laps to do. As it stands, Matt Psycho on the final lap going through turn number 2. There is Cthulhu just ahead of Matt Psycho. Well, it's not close enough to be lapped. Oh my word, they're very close on the fuel. Speed Hunter goes in to there. 2 in the top 5 still could be possible, says Pat. It really could, because Illusion, he's losing so much time. I don't think he's got enough fuel to finish this race, and I think he'll have to trundle around at the end. Just hope. Oh, this is not what Illusion needs at all. He's going to go into the final call. He's 4.5 seconds down on his best lap. He will put himself onto the final lap. Does he pit? No, he doesn't. Thought he was pitting. There is Cthulhu. It's 4.5 seconds is the gap. Can Illusion make this fuel last? Going down the home straight. He's on the last lap. Matt Psycho, though, is going to win here at Laguna Seca. It is a win for the Nissan driver, who fought very hard with Speed Hunter. He'll be happy with that hard-fought victory for Matt Psycho. 2nd place is going to be Speed Hunter in the Lexus. His championship campaign is still looking strong though. With second place here, he'll be happy with that. Third place is going to be Victory Rain. Let's watch him cross the line and then go back to see what Illusion is doing. Victory Rain comes in third. Another podium for him. Oh my word, this is absolutely painstaking. Illusion is having to fuel save massively. Aloe coming towards the end of the lap, but will stay with Illusion. It's just... whoa, my word. Matt Psycho in the chat saying, what a race, Speed Hunter. Aloe coming through the final corner. Oh my word. There is Aloe finishing in fourth place. Fantastic for him. But it's Illusion we're looking at, because it is really going to be nip and tuck. Can Illusion get this BMW to the end of this race? Oh, Cthulhu's just overtaken him around the outside on the final corner. I don't think Illusion... oh no, there's a touch. Oh no, and there we go, Illusion. He does the right thing and wait for Cthulhu. Oh, wow. Fifth place then for Cthulhu, sixth for Illusion. He managed to finish seventh for Specmere, eighth for Rob on drums, ninth was Punisher. And there we have the win for Matt Psycho. Well, well, well. What a race. Sick Children's Trust on the back. As I always say when I see that logo, please go to that website. Give what you can. It helps lots of families here in the UK with children that have to stay in hospital. Mama Sykes is in the chat and she says, awesome Matthew, great racing guys, great comm jam, love it. And in the chat, I believe that is, yes it is Victory Rain saying, good race, Matt and Speed Hunter. There we have it then. Matt Psycho wins the race for Eastsider Nissan and Jim Joker. Jim Joker gets his first win as a team boss in GTE. In second place was Speed Hunter for Silent Wolf's GR Lexus team. In third was Victory Rain for Gazman's Porsche team. Fourth place was Aloe. Fantastic result for him in the BMW, on pace with everyone as well there. 22.4 for him. Fifth place was Cthulhu, also in the Alfa Romeo. Sixth place was Illusion in the Schaeffler BMW. Specmere in seventh place. Rob on drums is eighth at his home race, excuse me. Ninth place was Punisher. He came ahead of Bunnies. And then we have some disconnects from Slenderfella, Bailey and Chris Boo. Unfortunate to see that happen to them. So only 10 race finishers. But it was the victory for Matt Psycho in that Nissan. Rob on drums saying great race. Aloe saying good race as well. And Rob on drums saying save the replay. I do save the replay, Rob, but unfortunately I can't share it because of how long this race goes on. Join us, everybody, for next week, because we're at the Red Bull Ring. Rain can happen there. And in the Sunday Night League, Red Bull Ring and any type of racing is absolute chaos. Join us next week. We'll see you then. Keep safe, enjoy yourself, and remember, it's all fun.